Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another action movie night. Tonight, I will be reviewing Back in Action, released in 1994. Directed by Steve DiMaro and Paul Ziller from a script by Carl Schiffman. Starring Billy Blanks, Roddy Piper, Bobbie Phillips, Nigel Bennett, and Kai Soremekun. Now, this is not to be confused with the more recent Back in Action movie that stars Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz. And considering I'm not a big fan of either one of them, don't expect me to review that one on this channel. No, this is a buddy cop film which combines Billy Blanks and Roddy Piper. And it's always been a guilty pleasure of mine, this film is, and I think it is one of the better buddy cop films, and it doesn't get a lot of credit, and that's why I'm covering it here right on my channel here, because it doesn't get enough praise. And I think it deserves it. This was a film by Shapiro Glickenhaus Entertainment, who made a bunch of action films back in the 90s and everything that were low budget, but you always could expect some really good action sequences and some really good fun storylines. And they always put something together. And sometimes they would have some more bigger budgeted kind of films released through this company, and I might get to some of them reviews later on. But this one, even with issues behind the scenes, Shapiro Glickenhaus Entertainment having issues with clashing and butting heads with the original director, Steve DiMaro, and he was eventually fired and replaced by Paul Ziller. And even with that issue with filming and everything, it still runs pretty smooth throughout this film, and you would not know that, unless you knew the history of this film. So, I think Billy Blanks has always been a very impressive martial artist who turned actor and eventually turns Taibo expert. He's always had this charismatic ability that you actually will draw you in to his performance, and you will enjoy watching him in any role that he's playing. Whether he's playing a bad guy or whether he's playing a good guy, it didn't matter. He was very good at pulling your attention into it and getting you either on his side or ready to watch him get his ass kicked as the villain. In this, he is a hero, though, and he is teamed with the awesome Roddy Piper. And I've mentioned Roddy Piper in a previous review with They Live, and this guy, not only was he a great wrestler, but he was one of those who made the transition into acting, and unlike Hulk Hogan and a lot of others that tried to make the transition into acting and it didn't work for them, Roddy Piper was one of the best. He was just awesome. It just sucks that his career, he wasn't given a lot of the bigger opportunities the way that Hulk Hogan was, because Hulk Hogan was given a bunch of bigger budgeted, bigger films, and he blew it with those films, unfortunately. Roddy Piper wasn't given that. He was given that with one film, which was They Live, and the rest of his career he was just given these lower budgeted films. And to his credit, he made every one of these films that I have ever seen that he played in like that excellent with his performance. He is excellent in here as this detective character who is forced to team up with this character played by Billy Blanks, who has just lost his sister and wants revenge. So he is kind of a vigilante character, and he's teaming with the cop who has lost his partner. So they have both lost someone that they care about, and they are wanting to team up to take down the bad guys. And this has so many great action sequences and great set pieces throughout it. And the charisma of our two leads just drives this story forward, and they work so well off of each other. And this wasn't the only time that Piper and Blanks teamed. They also teamed for another film called Tough and Deadly, and I will be reviewing that one on my channel at a later date as well. But in this film, this was a great film. You had a great villain with Nigel Bennett, and this is just such a great film all around the board. Fun, enjoyable watch. There's nothing to offend you while you're watching it. If you go into it just wanting to have a dumb fun time, this is a great film for that. So, my final review for Back in Action. I am going to give this film a 8.9 out of 10. This is an excellent action buddy cop film, and I would place it up there with some of these really good buddy cop films. Even though I did a buddy cop list a while back, I might want to update it and put this one a little higher on that one. I didn't even think about this one whenever I did that list. But yeah, this is a great film. If you have not seen it, I implore you, check it out. I think you'll enjoy it if you like action films. And if you have seen it, let me know in those comments down below whether you agree with my review or you disagree. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. As a Dark Knight Fan Plus member, you have access to an area on the channel right now where you can request a movie, TV series, or ranking video of your choosing. And when that video goes up, it will go up for all Plus members prior to it going up on the schedule for all other viewers. So, if you want to get interactive and help me to get more movies, TV series, or ranking videos on this one that I might not normally do, become a Plus member. Well, that's it for another action movie night. If you missed last week's action movie night, check out the link above to get caught up on that one. And if you've missed any other videos, check out this down here where you can watch a playlist of any of our action movie nights that you have missed.